This podcast encourages and empowers you to create your own unique real story, develop your own unique real statement, and discover your own unique real self. The power is yours. Good night, Lakendra Smalley. How are you doing on this wonderful, beautiful night?
I am doing quite well. It's a blessed day. So the day after the eclipse, so it's a good day.
Yeah. The full moon, right? Or as they call it, the blood moon. Yeah,
the blood moon.
Definitely. Well, it's a pleasure to connect with you. You are in Dallas, you said, yeah?
Yes, I am in Dallas, Texas.
All right. Which of your talents is responsible, Lakendra, for us connecting at this specific time in history?
So ask that again?
Sure. It's a long-winded question, isn't it? Let me take another breath.
Okay.
Which of your talents is responsible for us connecting at this specific time in history?
I would say that it will be my coaching platform, my life coaching platform. Right. It's what has brought us together.
Tell me more about what you do via being a coach, please.
So basically, I am the co-founder and CEO of the Life Coach Training Institute, and I'm a training institute for young professionals and entrepreneurs that really want to affect change in the world. And we help them to do that. So we certify them as life coaches. We train them on how to become change agents and help them to turn their passion into profit.
How long has this institution been around?
Well, we launched our first class in 2011.
Wow, it's almost 10 years.
So since 2011, and we've expanded into the Philippines. So we have 100 and maybe 110 or 114 students out there now.
Wow, that's great! Congratulations! Wow,
thank you.
Wow. Now there's something when I was prepping. There was something that kept popping up with Sistah-girl. What's that about?
That's my private practice. So your Sistah-girl Coaching and Educational Services is my private practice that I have, where I help professionals and entrepreneurs to create balance in their life through the 7 dimensions of wellness. So I'm considered a holistic wellness coach, and I specialize in behavior health.
So who did you learn the skill of being able to listen intentionally from?
It's definitely a skill.
Definitely.
Well, my background is I went to college for sociology and psychology. So my degree is in sociology, psychology, and I got my master's in organizational leadership because I wanted to learn how to actually start a business. And then I started my PhD program back into psychology, just making the circle around. So, my whole professional background deals with listening to others, listening to, others that may be struggling in some area of their life. So, since I was 17 years old, my first internship was at, Children's Medical Center in the psychiatric ward. So I've been knowing my path for a very long time.
Yeah, that's great. Now, your accent, for me, sounds a bit not like the ones that I heard when I was in Dallas, Texas. Am I hearing good, or were you born and bred in Dallas?
And people ask me that all the time. I am a native of Dallas.
Interesting. Wow, yeah.
But I'm well traveled. I think that's the difference, because I'm well traveled. So, I probably have a piece of everything in me now.
That's awesome. No, you said just like I feel, listening does take some skill. Why will you continue to repeat it nevertheless?
Why do I continue?
Why will you continue to repeat that?
Because it's what's needed. As a human being, we want to feel like we matter, and the way that I can, give that gift to someone is by just being present with them and listening. And so I think that we're growing apart from effective listening skills because of technology. So that's the reason why, because I want to stay connected. I love talking to you right now. I think you're super dope and what you're doing. And so that's the reason why it's an important skill to have.
I totally agree. Now, for those listening, where is the best place for them to connect with you?
The best place to connect with me is I am on Facebook under the Life Coach Training Institute. We're also on Instagram under the Life Coach Training Institute, and also our website is thelifecoachtraininginstitute.com. Our email address is thelifecoachtraininginstitute@gmail.com.
Love it. It's all about the life.
Definitely.
Oh, that's wonderful. Well, do tell us one other thing that you've done consistently over the last 3 years, please.
Wow. Okay. What I've done consistently over the last 3 years, I think, really has been, just really focusing more on loving myself better. That I have been very intentional about that, because what I've learned is the better I treat myself, the better I treat others.
How does it make you feel looking back from the past to now to see what you've done by loving yourself? How does it make you feel?
It makes me feel, amazing. Like I enjoy waking up in the morning and starting my day. Like I really love living. I live life very intentionally, and because of that, I look forward to every day.
So for someone that's listening, why would you suggest they do that as well? Incorporate some type of love for themselves in their lives.
Because there's three forms of love. So the first form is self-love. Then you have, intimate love, and then you have environmental love. So in order for you to even receive intimate love and environmental love, you have to, love yourself first. And sometimes we kind of go backwards, and which is the reason why a lot of our relationships fail, and we fail, in a lot of areas of our life. So it's important for everyone to just focus a little bit more on yourself, and don't feel that it's selfish, because it's selfish if you don't take care of yourself. You wouldn't have any love to give. So in order for you to be a person that walks the earth with love, you have to love yourself. You have to love yourself better. It makes life, just worth living.
Love it. Again, amazing audience. You're hearing it live from LaKendra. She is the CEO of The Life Training. She's saying D, right? But I can't help but say the, right?
The Life Coaching Institute.
Right. Training Institute. LaKendra, let's switch gears for a moment now. Let me invite you into my time machine that is surrounded with beautiful, warm, blue Caribbean water. LaKendra, what is your earliest childhood memory?
Oh my gosh, my earliest childhood memory is sitting down with my mother. My mother struggled with a lot of things when I was a little girl, but I never forget her sitting me down and saying that she wanted to focus her life on improving. And she's having this conversation. I'm a little girl, but she's having this conversation with me. And she was like, LaKendra, I need to work on improving my life so I can reflect that to you, because I know that, I'm your role model. And we had this kind of mother and daughter conversation that I didn't kind of get around that time until I got a little bit older. But that always sticks in my head, because it's almost like the sacrifice that parents make for their kids. Which is kind of like how my whole self-love movement started. And so that always played in my mind, that conversation that I had with her sitting at the kitchen table.
How old do you think you were in that memory?
like 7 or 8 years old.
How do you see that memory connecting to who you are today?
You know what? It really was the pivotal moment of kind of like at that young age that I had a shift in mindset, even at that age of seeing my mother as not just my mother, but as a human being, because she was opening up to me, like being transparent, which is something that a lot of parents don't do. They feel that they can't be that with their kids, but I respected her differently. Like, I just remember even my behavior changing. Like, I wanted to listen to her more. I wanted to know, what she was going to say next. Like, she had became like my greatest role model.
That's beautiful. That picture is beautiful. Can I offer an interpretation to the thought picture you created in my mind with that memory?
Yeah.
I love the aspect of you listening. You spoke about it and through the entirety of this conversation, right? The power of listening. And you laughingly said, yeah, it does take a skill to listen. But to see that even at that age, you had the approachability then for your mother to understand that you were ready to listen to her. And I think as a coach, that's a huge, huge quality that is necessary to be found, where you are that person who is approachable to listen to me. And to see that happen at that tender age, and your mother, someone close in the family, being able to do that, it just speaks a huge, again, using huge, a huge amount of times, it just speaks hugely to who you are and what you're doing.
No, I appreciate that. That's a good reflection. Thank you.
You're welcome. If we fast forwarded to when you were 12, what was your favorite song?
At 12? Oh my gosh.
12 years old.
Oh my gosh. At 12 years old, man. I really never really had a favorite song, but around that time, I loved Madonna.
Right. What song pops up? All right, so let's do either one or even the both. So what song pops up from Madonna?
I remember Material Girl. Right. I remember Material Girl, and like I said, I really can't, and I thought about that question too. I just really can't think of just like a particular song, because It's not like I'm not a lyric type of person. I feel just the music, the vibrations that happens in music. So,
hit me from Prince. What vibe did you get from which song in Prince?
Probably like When Doves Cry.
All right. Love it. All right. All right, LaKendra. Well, we've arrived at our destination, but before we get off of this time machine, there's a small declaration form, so it's yes or no. We're going to move pretty quickly here. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
LaKendra, have you chosen someone to pass on your skills to?
Yes.
Are you married?
No.
Do you have children?
No.
Do you believe in God?
Yes.
Do you have an inner circle of friends?
Yes.
Do you watch TV for more than 3 hours a day?
No.
How about 3 hours a week?
No.
What about screen time, the phone and or the computer? Is it more than 8 or less than 8 hours a day?
Less than 8.
LaKendra, if you had to share with us your own unique real statement, a statement that represents who you are, LaKendra Smalley, what would you say that is?
I would say that you should command to live your best life every day.
Love it. So let's do that. Could you say that, please? I command to live my best life every day.
Yes, I command to live my best life every day.
Love it. LaKendra Smalley, this was a great pleasure. Before you leave, is there anything else you'd like to share with our amazing audience?
No, I just think with you, I just want to commend you on allowing me to be a part of your audience, and I appreciate everything that you are doing out here in the world. I think it's beautiful, and I really appreciate that.
Oh, you're too sweet. Thank you for that. Thank you for your kind words. Lakendra Smalley, thank you for being on What is Inspired by 12-Minute Convos with Angel Jones.
This segment has been brought to you by Amazel Enterprise.